From the iconic waves of Bali to the powerful swells of Costa Rica, surfers are flocking to these 6 hotspots to experience the ride of a lifetime. "I've never seen anything like it," exclaims professional surfer Kelly Slater, who recently returned from a trip to Bali. "The waves at Padang Padang and Uluwatu were absolutely perfect, with barrels stretching for hundreds of meters. It's like the ocean knew we needed this after the challenges of the past few years." Bali, long renowned for its world-class waves, is experiencing a surge in surf tourism as the dry season brings consistent swells and favorable winds. The island's west coast, in particular, is drawing surfers of all skill levels, eager to tackle the legendary breaks. But it's not just the waves that are making headlines. The influx of surfers is having a profound impact on local economies. "The surf industry is a vital part of Bali's tourism sector," explains Nyoman Widiasa, a local business owner. "The increased demand for accommodations, dining, and surf-related services has created countless job opportunities and stimulated economic growth. It's a blessing for our community." Halfway across the world in New Zealand, the North Island surf spots are also experiencing a remarkable season. Raglan, famous for its long, left-hand point breaks, is attracting surfers seeking the thrill of rides extending hundreds of meters. The cooler autumn temperatures and consistent swells have created an ideal environment for those willing to brave the chilly waters. "Surfing in Raglan is an unforgettable experience," shares local surfer Aroha Manu. "The waves are incredible, and the reduced tourist crowds allow for a more intimate connection with the ocean. It's a time when the surf community truly comes together." But perhaps the most groundbreaking news comes from Fiji, where the World Surf League, WSL, has announced that Cloudbreak will host the 2025 WSL Finals. This iconic wave, located off Tavarua Island, is renowned for its perfection and challenge, drawing the world's best surfers to its shores. Brent Hill, CEO of Tourism Fiji, couldn't contain his enthusiasm. "We're really excited about it. The cherry on top was the announcement that the finals are going to be in Fiji. This decision solidifies Fiji's status as a premier surfing destination and is expected to provide a significant boost to our tourism industry." The excitement extends to El Salvador, where the country's commitment to positioning itself as a global surfing hub is yielding remarkable results. The historic partnership between the International Surfing Association, ISA, and Surf City El Salvador, set to last through 2027, will see the hosting of 6 major ISA events over the next 3 years. El Salvador's tourism minister Morena Valdez emphasized the significance of this collaboration. Surf City El Salvador continues to grow internationally with long-term alliances with key world surfing organizations such as the ISA. This partnership will not only enhance our local surf community, but also foster sustainable development in the region. Meanwhile, in Mexico's Oaxaca region, the powerful waves of Puerto Escondido are drawing surfers seeking challenging conditions. Known as the Mexican Pipeline, this spot is famous for its barreling beach breaks and the heart of the South Swell season, offering consistent and sizable waves. "Surfing in Puerto Escondido is not for the faint of heart," warns local surf instructor Diego Hernandez. "The waves here are powerful and demanding, but for those who are up for the challenge, the rewards are immeasurable. The rush of dropping into a massive barrel is unparalleled." Further south, in Costa Rica, the surf scene is experiencing a remarkable boom, contributing significantly to the country's tourism and economic growth. With the global surf tourism market projected to grow at an impressive rate of 6% annually between 2025 and 2032, Costa Rica is poised to play a pivotal role in this expansion. Mike Castro, director of the National Surfing Circuit, highlighted the far-reaching impact of surfing on the economy. "A tourist arriving in Costa Rica must rent a car, stay in a hotel, dine at local restaurants, and pay for tours to the beaches. In other words, the economic impact of surfing is incredibly broad." Pavones, a small town on the southern Pacific coast, is gaining international recognition for its long left-hand point break, which can offer rides rivaling those of Peru's famous Chicama. The South Swells provide optimal conditions, attracting surfers from around the globe and injecting vital revenue into local economies. Surfing has transformed our community, shares local business owner Maria Fernandez. The influx of surfers has created jobs, supported local businesses, and helped us showcase the natural beauty of Pavones to the world. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved. As the surfing world continues to evolve, advancements in technology and a focus on sustainable tourism practices are shaping the future of the sport. Real-time data on swell patterns, wind conditions, and tides are now more accessible than ever, allowing surfers to plan their trips with greater precision. Additionally, environmental regulations are being implemented to preserve the natural wonders that draw surfers to these destinations. The integration of surfing into the Olympic Games is expected to further elevate the sport's profile, attracting new participants and spectators worldwide. Regions like El Salvador and Fiji, with their commitments to hosting major events, are well positioned to benefit from the increased global attention. The surfing community remains abuzz with excitement and anticipation. The combination of extraordinary surf conditions, groundbreaking events, and significant economic impacts serves as a testament to the enduring spirit of the sport and its ability to unite people across borders. For surfers around the world, the message is clear. Now is the time to seize the moment, paddle out, and experience the magic of riding the waves in these incredible destinations. The future of surfing looks brighter than ever, and the possibilities are as endless as the horizon stretching before us. So grab your board, wax up, and join the global surf community in celebrating this remarkable period in the sport's history. The waves are calling, and adventure awaits those brave enough to answer.
Kelly Slater lives beyond imagination. The greatest surfer created perfect waves in deserts while collecting 11 world titles and 56 victories as both youngest and oldest champion ever. This is the story of a man whose secrets to defying physics remain a mystery. His journey isn't just extraordinary, it's out of this world. If you haven't subscribed yet, no worries. I'll earn your click by the end of this video with a story so incredible, you won't believe it's all true. Robert Kelly Slater was born February 11, 1972, in Cocoa Beach, Florida, a humble coastal town with modest waves that rarely produce surfing champions. His father, Stephen, owned the local bait and tackle shop, passing down Syrian-Irish heritage that perhaps contributed to Kelly's remarkable determination. Unlike Hawaii's perfect pipelines or Australia's legendary breaks, Cocoa Beach offered nothing special. Yet something extraordinary happened when 5-year-old Kelly first stood on a surfboard. While other kindergartners practiced writing their names, he was already reading waves with uncanny precision. By age 10, this natural talent translated into dominance in age division contests up and down the Atlantic coast. At 14, he claimed his first United States championship, shocking competitors twice his age. Throughout high school, Slater maintained singular focus on his craft when most teens were distracted by typical adolescent pursuits. Behind his success stood his mother, Judy Moriarty. When his parents divorced around age 10, Judy became his rock. Despite working at NASA to support the family, she made countless sacrifices for Kelly's dreams. Once selling her beloved banjo to fund a crucial contest trip to Cornwall, she taught me that sacrifice for something you believe in isn't really sacrifice at all, Slater reflects. In 1990, 18-year-old Slater turned professional, signing a 6-figure Quicksilver contract. His rookie year proved humbling, finishing 43rd out of 44 competitors. Rather than quit, he channeled this setback into determination. Just 2 years later, 20-year-old Slater claimed both the prestigious Pipeline Masters and his first world title, becoming surfing's youngest ever world champion. The reign of surfing's new king had only begun. After finishing 6th in 1993, Slater launched into an unprecedented run of dominance, 5 consecutive world championships from 1994 to 1998. This wasn't merely winning, it was revolutionizing what seemed possible on a surfboard. Slater combined technical precision with supernatural reflexes that left the surfing world in awe. His stance and balance were perfect, but his legs had more spring, his body more limber, his approach more innovative, noted surfing historian Matt Warshaw. While competitors might land one spectacular maneuver, Slater orchestrated entire symphonies.
aerials flowing into deep turns, cutbacks transitioning seamlessly into barrel rides. Then, at his absolute peak with 6 world titles secured, 26-year-old Slater shocked everyone by walking away from full-time competition in 1998. Most careers would have ended there. But after a 4-year hiatus exploring music and occasional competitions, Slater returned full-time in 2002. What followed was perhaps sport's most remarkable second act: 5 more world titles in 2005, 2006, 2008, 2010, and 2011, bringing his total to an unprecedented 11 championships. His 2011 title at age 39 made him both the youngest and oldest champion in history. In 2005 at Tehupo'o, he became the first surfer awarded 2 perfect 10s in a single heat. Even at 50, he won his 8th Pipeline Masters in 2022, 30 years after his first. This isn't mere longevity. This is sporting immortality. Slater's impact extends far beyond competition victories. He revolutionized surfing technique by transforming aerial maneuvers from experimental tricks to competitive essentials. His tube riding innovations, the butt drag stall, double arm stall, and no-hands backside stance, became fundamental components of modern surfing. Through Slater designs, his surfboard creations, Gamma, Cymatic, Omni, Sci-Fi, pushed performance limits beyond imagination. As legendary surfer Tom Curran observed, "Every time you think you've seen everything on a wave, Kelly finds a new way to ride it." His most revolutionary contribution, however, came through the Kelly Slater Wave Company, creating perfect machine-generated waves in California's Central Valley. While dominating surfing, Slater simultaneously built a Hollywood presence. As Jimmy Slade, he appeared in 27 episodes of Baywatch, 1992 to 1996, introducing surfing to mainstream audiences. He later voiced a character in 2007's Surf's Up alongside Shia LaBeouf and Jeff Bridges. Success fueled his philanthropy through the Kelly Slater Foundation, focusing on youth empowerment and environmental sustainability. He partners with organizations like Save the Waves Coalition and Waves for Water, providing clean water solutions globally. When coastal disasters strike, Slater mobilizes resources and awareness, recognizing his success is intrinsically linked to ocean health and coastal communities. In 2015, the surfing world gasped collectively when Slater posted a video showing himself riding a perfect wave, not in Hawaii or Tahiti, but in California's Central Valley, 100 miles from any ocean. After years of secretive development, his Kelly Slater Wave Company had achieved the impossible: machine-generated waves of consistent, competition-quality perfection. The World Surf League immediately recognized its revolutionary potential, acquiring a majority stake in 2016. Today, the Surf Ranch hosts championship events, forever changing how the sport can be practiced and presented. This technological marvel represents just one facet of Slater's entrepreneurial vision. In 2014, after ending his 23-year partnership with Quicksilver, he launched Outer Known, a clothing brand where sustainability isn't an afterthought but the foundation. "I don't know why anyone would start a brand today if it wasn't built sustainably," Slater explains. Over 90% of Outer Known products use organic, recycled, or regenerated materials. The same year, he acquired a majority stake in Firewire Surfboards, transforming surfboard manufacturing with eco-friendly materials and processes. His business portfolio now includes Perps, organic beverages, Salento tequila, endorphins, sustainable surfboard fins, KLLY footwear, and Freaks of Nature skincare. Slater's environmental advocacy extends beyond business ventures. Serving on the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society board, he champions ocean conservation, sustainable fishing, and reef protection. "I have spent my life in the ocean and understand how delicate nature is," he often emphasizes. Even his automotive interests reflect this ethos. Rather than collecting status symbols, Slater owned a rare, efficient 1990 Honda Street K car with a modest 660cc engine. More ambitious is his collaboration with Lewis Hamilton on an electric car racetrack at his Texas surf ranch, blending sustainable transportation with innovative recreation. Despite his fame, Slater maintains a relatively private personal life. He's father to daughter Taylor,
born 1996, and recently welcomed another child with longtime girlfriend Kalani Miller. His past relationships with Pamela Anderson, Gisele Bündchen, and Cameron Diaz occasionally made headlines. Beyond the waves, he's an accomplished musician who has performed with Pearl Jam, an avid golfer, and practices Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. While many athletes succumb to partying, Slater chose discipline. "I never wanted to know what a hangover was. While others were partying, I was in the water. Even legends face career-threatening setbacks." In 2017, Slater broke 2 metatarsal bones in his foot at Jeffreys Bay, an injury he described as displaced and shattered.
Kelly Slater has unfortunately injured his foot while surfing up at the Boneyards area. Unfortunately, I think Kelly has gone off with the medical staff to get x-rays to just check on the condition of his foot. At the moment, we're just waiting on news to hear.
Recovery extended far beyond expectations, with complications lingering for years. Just as he was regaining form, a 2022 hip injury at Bells Beach required major surgery involving a cadaver body part. At an age when most athletes have long retired to commentary booths, Slater endured grueling rehabilitation to continue competing against surfers half his age. "I've been in a slump for about a year," he admitted in 2023, struggling to find rhythm and confidence. Yet these physical challenges merely became new mountains to conquer, reinforcing his reputation as surfing's most resilient competitor. When surfing was announced as an Olympic sport for Tokyo 2020, many wondered if a 47-year-old Slater could qualify for this historic debut. In characteristic fashion, he came remarkably close, finishing as first alternate for Team USA. The pandemic-delayed games proceeded without him, but his near qualification defied conventional wisdom about athletic longevity. Undeterred, he announced his intention to qualify for Paris 2024, showcasing his unquenchable competitive drive regardless of age. Beyond competition and business ventures, Slater embodies Renaissance-like diversity in his interests. A lifelong learner, he's equally comfortable discussing quantum physics or nutrition science as wave conditions. His intellectual curiosity enables him to integrate diverse influences into both surfing performance and business innovations. This multidimensional character extends to sustainable architecture in his homes and commercial projects, where he prioritizes innovative materials that minimize environmental impact while maximizing connection to natural surroundings. March 2025 potentially marked the end of an era. At the Margaret River Pro Tournament in Australia, 52-year-old Slater failed to survive the mid-season cut after losing to Griffin Colapinto. In an emotional moment, he reflected, "It's been a great run. I don't really know what to say. I've had the best life and career I could ever ask for." Struggling to hold back tears, he acknowledged, "I've had the chance to do everything I wanted. I think it's just always hard to say goodbye." After 3 decades at surfing's pinnacle, the sport's most decorated athlete faced this transition with characteristic grace, acknowledging the end while standing ready for whatever comes next. How do you measure Slater's impact? 11 world titles and 56 tour victories tell only part of the story. His transformation of surfing, technically, culturally, and commercially, pervades every aspect of modern wave riding. From aerial maneuvers to sustainable surfboard manufacturing to artificial wave technology, his influence shapes surfing's present and future. As world champion Shaun Tomson eloquently stated, his competitive statistics numb the brain, and yet his most significant contributions have come from outside the competitive arena. No sportsman in the world anywhere has for so many years been so far ahead of his peers. As new generations paddle out, inspired by Slater's innovations and performances, his legacy continues expanding. The perfect waves at Surf Ranch, sustainable practices at Outer Known, and eco-friendly boards from Firewire will influence surfing long after his competitive career ends, ensuring that Kelly Slater's impact remains truly out of this world. At the beginning of our journey, we asked what it takes to become a legend. In Kelly Slater, we find our answer: vision that sees beyond the horizon, dedication that transcends decades, innovation that reshapes what's possible. From the modest waves of Cocoa Beach to artificial perfection in California's Central Valley, from the youngest champion to the oldest, From athlete to entrepreneur to environmental advocate, Slater has continually redefined not just what it means to be a surfer, but what one life can accomplish. In his own words, "I want to be remembered as someone who not only sought to be the best surfer, but also as someone who tried to make a positive difference." By any measure, mission accomplished. This is Kelly Slater, a life truly lived out of this world. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your favorite Kelly Slater moment in the comments below. Until next time, keep pushing boundaries, wherever your waves may be.